Hi, welcome back to Zydoxa. I upload around 3 videos a week, so please subscribe so you don't miss any. Today I'm looking at Grant Amato, a failed Twitch streamer who killed his family and then was involved with Ghost Adventures, Aaron Goodwin's wife, in a plot to kill Aaron. So, Grant Amato is a 34-year-old man from Florida, United States. He was brought up in a middle-class family with dad Chad, who was a clinical pharmacist, mum Margaret, who was a senior operations manager, and brother Cody, who he was very close to growing up. He also had a older half-brother, called Jason, but he lived elsewhere. And as far as we know, he had a happy childhood. Grant and his brother were so close that they even went to the University of Central Florida together to train to be nurses. In fact, they both enrolled to further their studies on the nurse anaesthetist course. Cody, his brother, graduated from this course, but Grant, however, dropped out. But he still graduated as a nurse and found work at Advent Health in Orlando. This is where things started to go wrong for him. In June 2018, Grant was suspended, then subsequently fired from his nursing job for stealing and improperly administering medication to patients. He had given unprescribed propofol to patients that he was overseeing. Due to being fired, he was then unable to find another job, so he decided he'd become a Twitch streamer, streaming himself playing games, and his parents supported him. They helped buy all the equipment he needed. The thing is, Grant was terrible at streaming, and he would spend his time browsing adult entertainment websites, with the main one being MyFreeCams. And it was on MyFreeCams that Grant met Bulgarian cam model Sylvia Vencislavova, I think. But she is known as Sylvie. And he would spend over $600 a night, sometimes even more. He'd be online with Sylvie for up to 4 hours a night. And he would pretend that he was a rich, successful gamer, and he'd spend astronomical amounts of money buying Sylvie gifts of lingerie and toys. But without a job and an unsuccessful Twitch channel, Grant soon ran out of money. So he would steal credit cards from his family. Within months, he had spent around $200,000 of his family's money on Sylvie. And as you can imagine, when his family found out, they were angry, but decided to help Grant by sending him to a $15,000 rehab facility. Grant didn't like it there, so decided to leave. His dad agreed to let him come home on zero tolerance ultimatum. He had to have no contact with Sylvie and get a job. Not having contact with Sylvie was driving Grant crazy. He was madly in love with her and thought she was in love with him. He thought they were in a relationship together. So he stole his mum's mobile phone and started paying to contact Sylvie again. Finding this out, Grant's dad kicked him out of the house. Grant was furious, so on the 24th of January 2019, and armed with a pistol, he entered his parents' house. His mum was there on the computer, so Grant sneaked up and shot her in the back of the head. He then waited for his father to return home. When he did, Grant shot him twice. He then used his dad's phone to send a message to his brother Cody to get him to come to the house. As soon as Cody walked through the front door, he shot him dead also. He then tried to stage this scene by placing the gun in his brother's hand. Grant took his parents' and brothers' credit cards and hid out in a motel and spent hours paying for Sylvie's company. Then, on the 26th of January, the police tracked him down to the Doubletree Motel and arrested him. Throughout Grant's trial, he maintained his innocence, and on the 12th of August 2019, he was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder, receiving 3 life sentences. When asked if he felt remorse, he said, "My family's been blaming me for months for ruining their lives and stealing and not following the rules of the home, so I might as well take the blame for this too." This is where there's a twist to the story. A lot of you will know the famous Ghost Adventures programme starring Zach Bagans and Aaron Goodwin. Aaron and his wife, Victoria, married at Disneyland in 2022, and Aaron thought the marriage was going great. He had no idea his wife was leading a secret life. Victoria Goodwin was communicating via smuggled phone with, and you've guessed it, Grant Amato. They were involved with a distance love affair, I suppose you could call it. Then, in March 2025, while Aaron was away filming, the prison service confiscated Grant's phone and discovered Victoria's plot to hire a hitman to kill her husband. Aaron was in complete shock when he found out and was absolutely devastated. In fact, he found out whilst filming Ghost Adventures, and that episode has just been released. Victoria pleaded guilty in April this year and was sentenced to up to 90 months in prison, and Aaron filed for divorce. Personally, I don't believe that Grant Amato would have been able to hire a hitman for Victoria Goodwin. He was used to living in a fantasy world and was probably loving the attention he was getting. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Do you think Grant Amato would have been able to hire a hitman? What do you think about his obsession with Sylvie, the cam girl? Please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and thanks for watching. I hope you join me in the next video. Bye for now.